Let us discuss first question. Write the antiderivative of 3 root x plus 1 by root x. Let us discuss solution of this one. From the definition of antiderivative, if d by dx of capital F of x is equal to small f of x, then capital F of x is called antiderivative of small f of x. So this can be written as integral small f of x dx is equal to capital F of x plus c. So this is the definition of antiderivative which we discussed in the previous videos. So by using this definition, the antiderivative of 3 root x plus 1 by root x can be written as integral 3 root x plus 1 by root x dx. So by the definition of antiderivative, the antiderivative of a given function is nothing but the integration of a given function with respect to x. So by using the basic properties of indefinite integrals, I am going to apply individual integrals. Then it can be written as integral 3 root x dx plus integral 1 by root x dx. Here 3 is constant. This 3 I am going to write outside of integration. Then the next step is 3 into integral root x dx plus integral 1 by root x dx. So what is the integration of root x? Root x is nothing but x power 1 by 2. So integral x power 1 by 2 dx is nothing but integral x power n dx form. So we know the integration of x power n dx and we know the integration of 1 by root x. So by using these two formulas, the next step is 3 into x power 3 by 2 by 3 by 2 plus 2 root x plus c. So from the first term, the denominator 3 by 2, if we write on numerator, then the next step is 3 into 2 by 3 into x power 3 by 2 plus 2 root x plus c. Here 3 get cancelled and x power 3 by 2 can be written as x root x. So the next step is 2x into root x plus 2 root x plus c. From these two terms, if we take 2 root x common, then the next step is 2 root x into x plus 1 plus c. So this is the antiderivative of the given function 3 root x plus 1 by root x. Let us discuss one more question. Find integral x square plus sin square x into secant square x by 1 plus x square dx. Let us discuss solution of this one. The given integral is integral x square plus sin square x into secant square x by 1 plus x square dx. A numerator for the term x square plus sin square x, I am going to add 1 and subtract 1. Then what we will get? See here, integral x square plus sin square x plus 1 minus 1 into secant square x by 1 plus x square dx. What I did here? Just I added 1 and subtracted 1 in the term x square plus sin square x. Now from the numerator, from the first term 1 plus x square I am going to take as one combination, and from the remaining terms sin square x and minus 1 I am going to take minus common. Then what you will get? See here in the next step, integral 1 plus x square minus of 1 minus sin square x into secant square x by 1 plus x square dx. So what I did here? Just I taken some combinations. 1 plus x square is one combination, and from sin square x and minus 1 I taken minus common. Then we got this step. If you observe here, 1 minus sin square x is nothing but a cos square x, because we know the identity sin square theta plus a cos square theta is equal to 1. Then from this identity 1 minus sin square theta can be written as cos square theta. So the next step is integral 1 plus x square minus cos square x into secant square x by 1 plus x square dx. So if you observe a numerator, the product of two terms are there. If we multiply these two terms, then the next step is integral 1 plus x square into secant square x minus cos square x into secant square x by 1 plus x square dx. So if we observe a numerator second term, It is in the form of cos square theta into secant square theta. So we know cos square theta into secant square theta is nothing but 1. So the next step is integral 1 plus x square into secant square x minus 1 by 1 plus x square dx. Now divide each term of numerator with denominator. Then what we will get? See here, integral 1 plus x square into secant square x by 1 plus x square minus 1 by 1 plus x square dx. From the first term, from the numerator and the denominator, 1 plus x square get cancelled. Then the remaining term is, see here in the next step, integral secant square x minus 1 by 1 plus x square dx. Now, by using basic properties of indefinite integrals, I am going to apply individual integrals. Then the next step is integral secant square x dx minus integral 1 by 1 plus x square dx. We know the standard formulas integral secant square x dx and integral 1 by 1 plus x square dx. So by using these two standard formulas, the final step is tan x minus tan inverse x plus c. So this is the final answer for the given integral. I hope you understand.